Valleyfield, twin town with Baghdad. Beautiful place, isn't it? Used to go to the club there on a Sunday morning, swim my hair with this colour. It was real fun. That was in the days, when the good old days, when the clubs were busy and everybody was working. Used to go acts like Chick. Remember Chick? He spoke of that all the time. Wonderful. He walked into the pet shop. He said, I'd like to buy a wasp. He said, we don't sell wasps. He said, you got one in your window. He went to the butcher's. There was a notice outside that said, try our noted sausages. He says, what are your sausages noted for? He said, to stop the meat from falling out. He said, have you got a sheep's head? He says, no, it's just the way I comb my hair. He says, you don't have frog's legs. I do. He says, well, leap up and get me a tin of spam. There's a woman standing beside him. She said to the butcher to keep dripping. He said, that's murder. She had a chamber pot under her arm. She laid it on the counter. She says, a pound of fillet. Is a pound you doing? By the way, have you all paid your poll tax? You're saying no or yes? Half, no and half, yes. Oh my God, my brother's not even paid his rent. Up to here in debt, oh what a carry on. All started because he wouldn't pay his rent. Ended up in the court, never turned up in the court. The sheriff took the hump. Put a warrant out for his arrest just because he hadn't paid his rent in the first place. What a carry on. You know how things snowball, sir? Snowball, snowball. No. He's up to here in the drip, everything, telling his videos and that. Oh, it's murder. Never turned up in the court. Warrant for his arrest. The police arrived at his door. He says, my God, here's the police. He saw him come up towards the door. And he saw the cover of the paper in his hand. He said, it's a warrant. I'm not going to open the door. So he hid him behind the door. And the police is champing the door. My brother said, I'll know this. So eventually the police put the warrant through the letterbox. And Tommy's behind the door. And they went, and blew it back out. And he landed the police feet and he put it through again. And Tommy went, and blew it back out. And this went on for half an hour. And eventually the police picked it up and tore it up. They said, the hell of my house is as drafty as this. I wouldn't pay the rent either. I never noticed that wee one there. She's really wee, isn't she? What age is she? Is she 5? What's your name, honey? Eh? Claire. The Wayne can talk, you know. Hey, you're a ventriloquist or something. She's a wee cracker, isn't she? Aren't you, honey? Where's Claire from? Kirkcaldy? I was only kidding about you talking to her. Where is Claire from? Are you Claire's mum? Is Claire's mum here? Oh, here. Where did you get Claire today? Claire seems happy enough, anyway. Where is Claire from then? From East Weymouth too. So you all know Jenny, because that's Jenny's hometown, isn't it? East Weymouth, I mind there's a hotel halfway down the hill there, isn't there? What do you call that again? Eh? Central. See, thank you, madam, yes. The Central, that's where I stayed one night. It's lovely, isn't it? Well, they're fun there. They used to go there and do the football thing. They had it every year. The local football team had a sort of dinner every year. Is that right? Ah, it was their fun. Oh, the East Weymouth one's right here. By God, I don't know any lights on in East Weymouth tonight. What you say, sir? Did you know? What you say, sir? Oh, yeah. There could be burglars in East Weymouth tonight, that's right. Well, don't say another word about that. You never know who's lurking about, so you know what I mean? It's nice to be back here because you didn't get the chance to work in Scotland that much because I've got to go to Ulster this week, you know, as well. I go there now and again to get away from the troubles in the house, you know. Go Logan Air, Scotland's national airline. That's the worst of the lot. Oh my God, burst your heat. You get your sweetest to soak in case your heat caves in. The stewardess said to me, if you feel sick, grab the bag in front of you. Well, I hardly knew the woman, you know. Mind you, the pilot did well. He landed the plane in Belfast, quite close to the airport. The first thing I saw when I got up was a fellow trying to blow a car up, but he burnt his lips on the exhaust pipe. I went to a bookie shop. I says, can I back a horse in here? He says, certainly. I says, right this way, come on. Well, I got the boat back. That was worth so much. Because I had to drive all the way from Stranraer up that twisty road. And I go by a wee farm house, and the man's cockerel running. His cockerel came whizzing out his cockerel, came right out his cockerel. You know, just came right out his cockerel, you know. And I ran right over it, body deed. And I went to the chap at his door. I said, I'm sorry, I've just killed your cockerel. I would like to replace it. He says, please yourself, the hens are in the back. Well, I went in the back, there was a notice up. They said, turkeys for sale. I said, what are these turkeys? He said, it's a new breed. It's a cross between a chicken and a turkey. We call it a turkey. I said, what's that with the web feet? He said, that's a choose. I said, what is that? He said, a cross between a chicken and a goose. We call it a choose. I said, there's another turkey there, and a choose there, and a big fat turkey there. I said, what's that in the cage there? Well, she didn't mention that. We made a mess of it. Well, it was a funny looking thing, you know. I said, what is it? He says, a cross between a pheasant and a duck. I said, what do you call it? He says, Charlie. No, that I took Jenny home. She can't cook. Can't cook. Do you know what she did to me on Sunday? On Sunday, she said to me, do you fancy my hair in a bun? I said, it's bad enough in the soup. She got a big bit of beef and a wee bit of beef. She put them in the oven and shut the door. I says, why did you do that? She said, the wee bit's burnt to hell. I know the big bit's ready. Because she sit listening to wireless all night. You know that Andy? Do you listen to Andy on Radio 4? Saturday night, you ever heard Andy? Well, I don't know what his second name is, sir. I just know he's Andy. But it's folk phone up all these terrible problems. Hello, Andy, I've got a problem. He says, you want to talk about it? He says, I'm pregnant. I don't know what everybody find out. In the whole of Central Scotland, listening to it. Well, I said, that's Big Betty from Burn Island. I went to a Chinese restaurant tonight. I had no cigarettes. I says, 20 number 6. I got 5 Honeywetter rice. And tomorrow, once I come back from here, I was at that market in Fife last week. Oh, I carry on. There was 2 women in the queue in front of me. And once it's in Park, she was Lavinia. She says, what is it, Daphne? She says, look at that. She says, toilet brushes, real bristle, 2 for 90p. Do you think we should get them real bristle? You never see that news, all that nail and stuff, you know. So I think we should get them, Daphne. What a bargain, 2 for 90p. So they met the next day. She says, Daphne, how are you getting on with your real bristle toilet brush? She says, I'm persevering, but my husband's gone back to paper. Because you see advertising the telly, you know, through the all that stuff on the telly, isn't it? Ridiculous. Spending millions of pounds advertising soap. When I think back, I was a war baby, you know. My mother surrendered in 1941. I was advanced for my age. I was working when I was 3 months. Theirs fell out the pram. Now you turn your telly on, you see Labradors in your back garden with toilet paper wrapped around them. When I think back, there was only one shunky on the stair to eat. For 8 families, and there was no coloured sweet, that's for sure. Well, it wasn't supposed to be coloured. You had to sit with your foot in the door all the time. Because the snack was I burst. And there was no coloured tissue, it was a weekly news in wee squares. I was 16 before I got black bob off my bum. That's all changed now. Look at my boys, they're grown up now. One's still at the school. He's that thick and he'd have been to school forever, you know. He's all dressed up the other night. I says, where are you going? He says, I'm going to meet my new girlfriend. And he's got a torch in his hand. I says, what are you doing with that torch? When I went out courting, I never took a torch. He says, I know, and look where you ended up with. Soon I'll be going down to Bradford the following week too, ladies and gentlemen, for a week. I go down there now and again to the British section. Anybody in for Bradford tonight? Don't think so. Just checking. I went to the pictures in there one day, I thought it was empty. I was staying in a place called the George and Dragon, and I chapped the door, and this woman came to the door. I said, "Is George in?" She says, "Would you like a room with running water?" I says, "No, I don't like sleeping with it in there." She gave me rabbit for my breakfast, rabbit for my lunch, rabbit for my supper, nothing but rabbit, 3 days running, rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. The fourth day, I'm in the bedroom screaming in pain. She came in, she says, "Can I get you a doctor?" I said, "No, you get me a ferret." She tried to get the doctor out, I'm not convinced, sir. Is it the same problem you've got? Madam Fee swims there, ladies and gents. Do they come in when you phone up? No, no danger. Neither does mine. Is it an emergency? That's what I asked. Did you find that out? 3 o'clock in the morning I phone up. Is it an emergency? I phoned everybody at 3 in the morning. I says, "No really," I said, "I'm just phoning from underneath a bus." She says, "Take 5 aspirins and call into the surgery on Thursday." I said, "Certainly, I'll get the hearse to drop me off on the way." When I got there, there's this headbanger sitting there. He said, "What's your problem?" I said, "My eyes are bad." He said, "I thought that when you walked through the window." He said, "Have your eyes ever been checked?" I said, "No, they've always been blue." I said, "I can't see far." He says, "Come outside." He says, "What's that?" I said, "It's sun." He said, "How far do you want to see?" My wife went along. He said, "You've got acute angina." She said, "I never came here to be flattered." An old fellow went, he said, "My left knee's sore." He said, "Your age?" He said, "Well, the right one's okay, and it's the same age." Mind you, there's something wrong, ladies and gentlemen, it's not so clever. There's a lady down the road from me, she's seldom free from pain. She went to the doctor, she says, "Doctor," she said, "I've got the Rockford files." He says, "Bend down, I'll have a Bo Peep." Up the deep and down. He said, "Yes." "You do have a James Garner's, I can see them peeking out." He said, "Have you tried Gemaloids?" She said, "I've tried everything." She says, "My eyes water when I walk up a hill." He says, "Why don't you use Granny's old Scottish remedy? When you've made the tea in the pot, take out the tea leaves and spread them over the Rockfords. Do it 3 times every day for a week. Come back and see me next Thursday." Well, a week later, she's got £1.50 the tea. So we went along to the doctor. He says, "Day off, he's away fishing. There's a locum on, temporary man." Yes, that's good morning. Yes, a bandana having them. "Well," I said, "I can tell you nothing about your Rockford 5. But I'll tell you one thing, you're going on a very, very long journey." So 2 leaves in the cup hand. Two fellas retired and they joined the bowling club. He swings. Once in his pal, "I've got a migraine headache, Willie." "Oh," I said, "Dead bursty." He used to take them myself. He says, "What I did was I went home, I took the wife up the stairs, and she laid down in the bed, and I put my head in her chest. And I went, brrrr, and it cleared up. So the next day they're at the bowls. He said, "How's your head?" "Oh," I said, "Take your advice, and it's worked." He said, "And by the way, what a beautiful house you've got." Now, ladies and gentlemen, see when I'm on for the Waynes, it's not for the Waynes like the music, but maybe they could tell me a wee joke. Is it any